Good morning!
In case I don't see ya.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Life isn't supposed to be a movie, but somehow my entire life felt like one. Like the whole world had been watching me the whole time. I was born like any normal kid. I went to school, made a ton of childhood memories. Everything felt ordinary. Until one day everything changed. I was out on the ocean with my dad. A storm hit us out of nowhere, huge waves, dark skies, and before I realized what was happening, he slipped into the water and never came back. From that moment on, I grew up terrified of the ocean, carrying that trauma with me for years. Time passed. I went to college, and one afternoon I met a girl named Lauren. We fell for each other almost instantly, but her parents suddenly showed up, dragged her away, and moved her all the way to Fiji. Just like that, she was gone. I worked at a loan company. My wife was a nurse, and every single day became the same routine. Wake up, go to work, come home, sleep, repeat. A loop I couldn't escape. Then one day I saw a man who looked exactly like my dad. When I tried to follow him, people surrounded him and pulled him away. When I chased after him, everyone blocked me like they were trying to hide something. He disappeared in seconds. I told my mom what I saw, but she brushed it off, saying it was all in my head. So I forced myself to go back to my routine. But that day wasn't normal. A radio frequency started talking about things that sounded way too specific, like it was describing me. I got distracted, almost hit someone, and when the station cut off, the entire world froze. Cars, people, everything. It was like time stopped for one whole second. Patterns that I had always ignored suddenly became impossible to overlook. At work, I didn't enter the building the usual way. I slipped around to the side and tried to get in through a different entrance. The elevator doors barely opened, and behind me I saw a hidden room. People eating, chatting, like they were backstage actors waiting for their cue. Before I could react, the doors slammed shut. I panicked, ran back to my car, grabbed my wife, and told her we were leaving town. But the roads were blocked, the same cars kept appearing, and that one car that always followed me was right behind us again. I told her, "Can't you see it? Everyone's playing with us." I drove in circles until we finally broke past the town's limits, but even then they stopped us with some fake chemical spill. Emergency crews appeared out of nowhere. I ran into the woods, but they caught me. Back home, my wife kept acting strange, like she was reading lines from a script. I couldn't take it anymore. Then my best friend Marlon came over and dragged me out for a drink near that old broken bridge. I opened up to him, told him I felt watched, controlled. We talked about our childhoods, and then, suddenly, my dad showed up.
Truman.
After 22 years, just walked in like he never left. That's when I knew. My life wasn't real. It was staged. The next day, I pretended everything was normal. Went to work, came home, then slipped into the basement, packed a bag, and headed to the ocean in a small boat, straight into the one thing I feared most. The storm hit hard. Waves crashed, wind roared. I almost went overboard. But then the dark clouds above me vanished like an illusion. White clouds, blue sky, as if someone switched scenes. I kept going until my boat hit something solid. The ocean stopped. The wall was painted like the sky. That was when I realized. The sea, the horizon, the entire world around me was just one giant fake backdrop. I followed the edge of the wall, and there it was. A staircase leading to a door, my way out.
In case I don't see ya.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.